with Postgres. So for those that are not conversant with Postgres, we just run through this stuff. Like we have spent a lot of days on Postgres interface and everything. So let me share my screen. Okay, just hold on. Postgres. Oh no, PG admin. PG admin. So we already talked about PG admin and what's it called? And PSQL. So those, if anyone who is using Android, like probably don't have a system, you're using an Android. Yeah, I'm coming. Those that are using Android, like I think some places are having issues installing on Android. I don't know. There's someone, I think one name can't remember the name, D something. What's the name? If you are in the meeting, please just signify you. What was his name? D Lexiabi was, I don't know. The Lexiabi. Let me just copy the name and paste in. Control C and paste. Like, how many of us still have issues installing or getting familiar with Postgres? Hello? Paste. Oh, it's not showing. Hello?
Yes. But I don't understand interface yet.
Okay, don't worry, I'll walk through it. But what about anyone using phone? Like you're using a phone? Is anyone using a phone? Hello? Anyone with a phone, so that we just walk through this thing once and for all. Hello?
I think nobody.
Oh, okay, nobody. Yeah, so nobody. So let me just walk you guys through Postgres. Okay, just hold on.
Who's talking there now?
Hello. Yeah, can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this will just be like a quick introduction to Postgres. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So just open. Just if you're using Windows, just type just go to your search bar and type PG admin. Like you said in the last class, you said there are different ways to interact with Postgres. Just to using PG admin, which is like a graphical user interface, or using command line. So you could do more research about what command lines are. Command line is just like you just give it a command, like you type. So you just use your keyboard. You are not using mouse. You are not using mouse. And then to connect, you have to use some. Hello, can you hear me? If you are not speaking, please turn off your microphone. Yeah, so there are different ways, two ways to interact with Postgres. You can use your PG admin, which is a graphical user interface, or use PSQL, which is like a command line interface. Yeah, we have already talked about PSQL in the last class, so that is not an issue. And again, you don't necessarily need it. Over time, when probably you kind of are conversant with Postgres, you can start using command line. Yeah, but everything you want to do, you probably can do it here. So we talk about servers. Servers is just like where can you see something here? Server connected, Postgres, this connected. So server is kind of like a place where you host stuff, you understand, like where you put your stuff. So for those that are into web or thereabout, they know that there's something called localhost, and there are other ways to actually save your websites, whether locally or maybe over the internet, you understand. So if you want to serve it locally, maybe you just want it to be like accessible to only you. So that is called local host. That means like it's local to you. Like it's not, you're not sharing it with any other person. So your server is where you store your database. I already talked about databases in previous classes, so I won't be going into that. A databases are made up of tables. Yeah, so just think of a database as an Excel workbook. So inside an Excel workbook, we have different sheets. You understand? We have sheet one, sheet two, sheet three. So numerous. You have maybe three types of. Maybe you have 3 sheets or 4 sheets of Excel worksheets. Kind of make a workbook. Yeah, so that's the same thing about a database. So you have different tables in a database. So this is Postgres telling your version. Sorry. This is just to tell you that okay, we have what's it called? 3 databases. So you can have a multiple database. You can have 10. You can have 20. You understand? Distinct ones. You understand? And database can be for a particular purpose. So maybe you work as shoplift because within shoplift, just assume shoplift is fictional. You understand? It's kind of like similar to Shoprite or Tantalizer or Mr. Biggs or any other one. Yeah. So take for or let me. I won't use Tantalizer. Maybe shop. There's one that is shop and carry or something like that. Or yeah, shop and carry and the rest like supermarkets or e-commerce. Or you can think of these like Konga or Jumia or any of these e-commerce sites in Africa or in the world. Or you can think of it, I think Walmart too or something like that. Yeah. So most of these organizations have what is called databases that store information because the truth is when you go to Konga to buy something, how does Konga recognize your name and stuff and then knows that okay, this is your name and stuff. Your database is actually stored somewhere so that when you log in, you can actually access some things peculiar to you. So database helps organizations. Even you can even have a database of your own self, like to track your family or something like that, to store information about your family. So that is a database. And the difference between a database and Excel is that Excel can it can easily crash. You understand? Like the tendency for an Excel worksheet to crash is the probability is very high. I think last year, that was 2020, in UK, I think the one of these departments that is related to it, they actually stored the cases of people that had COVID in Excel workbook, and I think something happened. I think it was corrupted, and then they lost the details of people that had COVID. Imagine how the impact, the negative impact that kind of thing might likely have. Imagine you don't even know those that have been vaccinated or those that have COVID or those that are infected or something like that. So, but with a database, it's rare for your database to crash. It can't crash, but it's very, very rare. And most times, most of these databases are hosted online on maybe different websites like cloud computing, like Google Cloud Platform, Azure or AWS. Yeah, so we're talking about login and group roles. This is just for login, probably, and look at it. The user is Postgres. So and then table space, we talk about PG defaults and PG global. So PG default stores what's it called, information about the user. You understand? Like probably information we put in, create tables and a lot of stuff. And then PG global stores information about Postgres. Yeah, so that's the thing. And then if you want to create a database, so part of the assignment is to create a database. I won't be like giving you an explainable, it's just like an int. So if you want to create a database, just click on create a database. So I think I don't even need to do this. Let Florence do it or someone else here. So Florence, can you hear me? Hello.
Hello, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so Florence, can you migrate to your system and then probably just walk us through how you not really the whole assignment. Yeah, just like how you created your database and stuff and
The
probably just
thing is,
walk us through some.
I don't have this app in my system. I actually downloaded it in my phone today. So it means I have to download it in
Okay,
my
which one
system.
did you use?
You said?
Which one did you not use to assign the assignment or to complete the
I
assignment?
use my system for the assignment. Like I'm talking about joining this meeting.
Yeah, we are joining with your system.
How do I join without the app in my
You don't
system?
need the app. You don't need the app. Just click on the link. It will take you to this
You can
interface.
join online. You can join online without the app.
Okay. I'm coming.
Yes. Yeah. So let me just continue, but she will still come. She don't. She won't. She can't run away from this. Actually, the truth is, why I'm actually doing this is not just only you guys. Like last class, I told Mr. Danny to walk us through because the best way to actually learn is by like teaching people. You understand? Like you learn more, and that's the thing. We are all learning. That's the truth. So let me go back. So your database, and then if you want to create a database, just click on this where you have databases. Click on it. Click on create. Click on database, and then name your database. You understand? You can name it anything. Probably let's say Nigeria. Maybe you want to store the details of Nigeria. I think is it not one of these organizations in Nigeria said they need about some $1 trillion or trillion naira to actually capture Nigeria details. You understand? So maybe you got a contract. Imagine if you are the database admin and you have to be paid that kind of amount of money. So you understand? So take for instance this Nigeria database. It will store the details of Nigerians, probably where they are, their location, and stuff like that. So remember, a database is just like your normal database, like a garage or a garage or something like that, or probably where, yeah, let me say a garage. You understand? So a garage is made up of cars. You understand? A normal garage is just empty. So when you have like a lot of cars together, you kind of form a nice, because the garage is meant for you to park cars. You understand? You can't be cooking on inside the garage. It's not normal. You understand? So think of a database as where tables come together to form, like you having different types of Excel sheets together to form a database. You understand? So you can have just one table in a database. You can have multiple. Yeah, we'll talk about multiple and how to join later on. So what you just need to do is just put your database name and then go to save. So it will it's creating Nigeria. It's creating, why is this thing taking time? So it's creating Nigeria and it's creating Nigeria. So yeah, so remember we have already created Nigeria. And then when you come to schema, it talks about the tables. So these are tables. Tables are, remember we'll talk about tables. Tables, just think of tables as your Excel sheet that has rows and column. But the difference between a table,
Again, sorry.
can you hear me?
Your screen. I'm not seeing it on my hand.
Can you see my screen? Is it like that for everyone?
Yeah,
No,
You can't see my screen.
yeah, we can
I'm
see your
saying
screen.
Probably Florence. Maybe there's
See the
something.
screen. Is she using phone?
I
You
was
can see
seeing
it
it
down.
before with the phone now.
But which one are you using now? Are you using the system?
I'm trying to move there now, but I'm still using the phone.
Sorry, that is upper. Okay, now let's continue.
But then probably the phone there, you might not see the screen.
I was seeing it initially.
Which network are you using? Is it MTN or Glo?
Okay.
Airtel.
Sorry.
Don't worry, I'll just switch to my laptop. Just continue.
Okay, no problem. So your tables. So when you create tables, you have your tables here, and then it will be listed. And then views, we talk about views and a lot of things. Talk about functions. Functions. Think of functions as your Blender. I think this one example you're familiar with, just like your Blender. What you just need to do is get your Blender. Your Blender is meant to do something to blend. You understand? So you just put your fruits, put your tomato, and then you have a blended tomato, something like that. Is my voice low? Can you hear me?
it's
Hello.
fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's
Yes.
okay. So the man that said is confusing. How far? And then sorry. To write a query, just probably click on this, and then go to query tool. So your query is where you write your queries. anything you want to do. And like I said, I've been seeing SQL is kind of very easy because you are just instructing SQL to do something. You understand? You are not, yeah, unlike programming language like Python, Go, JavaScript, C++, C Sharp, and any other one. You have to probably know what you want to do. But now with Postgres, you just tell Postgres, okay, this is what I want to do. And then how Postgres will write the query, or what Postgres will write, or how Postgres will go about it doesn't concern you. It's just to instruct it, just like a military man. You understand? That is the example I gave in the last class. Just like a military man, you just instruct, and then your followers just follow through. Yeah. So I think that's all. At this junction, I would like to take any questions so that before we move on, any question. If you have any question, just let me know. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, any question?
To me, I'm cool. But at this stage, I don't have
Good
any
evening,
question
sir.
for now.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm sorry, but I'm just joining the class.
Okay, so any question?
I think I still remember the creating of database, but I'm the one that was complaining about that phone issue this afternoon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so what you need to do is your network strong. I think that is the thing because I actually explained to
My
someone.
network is very strong. My network
So
is strong. I mean,
okay, so do this. Go to your phone. Go to the PSQL command. Where am I safe? So go to your phone
okay.
and type that PKG. You understand? Install
Okay.
PostgreSQL.
Okay.
Yeah, just type that and give me feedback. Okay, so while it's still with, can you see my screen? Can you see the slide?
No.
Hello, can you see this? Okay, you can't see the slide. Sorry. Okay.
We can only see the PG admin.
Okay. Can you see the slide now?
Yeah, we can see it now.
This is different from. Oh, but can you see PG admin?
No.
No, we can see the PostgreSQL command.
Let me do something. Okay, let me share my entire screen. Let me see. Okay. Okay, can you see the slide and the PG admin now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can see the two.
Okay. Sorry, I'm coming. Oh, sorry. I just want to answer some. Join the meeting. Okay, yeah. So, part of the assignment for D1 is this. Actually, it's because of some complaints from people. That was one of the reasons why we had to extend. What's it called? The assignment. Just please hold on. Let me just do something. Okay. Yeah. So actually, the assignment ought to be like 24 hours. Like the deadline ought to be 24 hours. But because of what's it called? I would say because of complaints from people and tight schedule, we have to just extend it. Hello. Hello, if you are not speaking, please turn off your microphone. Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, let's continue. So part of the assignments for this is day one assignment, and I actually had the reason why I actually told you guys to browse about this, because at least with this night to just be like to be easy for you guys, because you already have an idea of this stuff. So PostgreSQL commands. So SQL commands and instructions is used to communicate with the database. It's also used to perform specific tasks, functions, and queries of data. So SQL can perform various tasks like create a table, add data to tables, drop the table, modify the table, set permissions for users. And there are 5 types of PostgreSQL commands. We have DDL, we have DML, DCL, TCL, and DQL. We'll be starting with DDL. And what is DDL? DDL is what's called data definition language. I think we talked about this in the last class, so I'll just brush over this. So data definition language is kind of like when you think of definition, when you define something and you are kind of creating something. And there are different ways to define something. Like I said in the last class, I said something about EPA, which is granite. So in Nigeria, and for those that are not in Nigeria, so in Nigeria, in Yoruba area, we have something called, we call EPA, we call granite EPA, you understand, like for Yorubas, like those that are in southwestern region of Nigeria, there's something called EPA, which is granite. But in Warri, which is, sorry, let me just attend to people sending message. Okay. Okay. DDL stands for data definition language, and like I was saying, so for those in Warri, like that is south region of Nigeria, like the oil region of Nigeria, the EPA means full. So like someone that is foolish, you understand? So for those in southwestern region, they have defined EPA to mean something. So like they have created the name EPA, which is for granite. So anywhere you are in southwestern region of Nigeria, you know that okay, the meaning of EPA is granite. You understand? So when you want to buy something, you can just say I want to buy granite. But in Warri, if you call someone EPA, sorry for you. Likely to, if the person doesn't break your head, probably just have to praise God, you understand? So just think of it as you defining something. You are kind of like giving it. So you use data definition language, DDL, to define something. And part of what you are defining is when you create something. So you are creating a table from probably thin air. For those that believe in God, you understand that God created the world by just saying something. So when you think about creating, you are defining. So just think of it as when God was creating the world, he was defining something, defining the world. Then creating a table, deleting a table, altering a table. And then we'll be starting with the first command, which is, if I believe those that did this assignment, this you're conversant with this is just for us to brush over and then just cover. So talk about create. So we want to create a table. Remember, I want to create a table inside a database. What are you going to do? Remember, you are just doing create. You are not, if it was to be maybe Python now, you have to probably be drawing, okay, how would this table look like? How will I draw the vertical line? How will I draw the horizontal line? But that is not your own. Yours is just to tell Postgres, okay, I want to create a table. Just like you going to meet a carpenter and say, okay, carpenter, create this. How the carpenter will create it that is not your concern. I understand. It's left to the carpenter to do what he or she wants to do. So you do create table. We are telling Postgres that, okay, I want to create a table. So when you want to create a table, you have to put a name, you understand? So create table, which kind of table do you want to create? Because every table has a name. Every table name must be unique, like it must be unique. It's just like, let me say, what can I say? You can't have 2 tables with the same name, you understand? Because Postgres will not really understand, okay, which table can I identify? It's just like someone bearing the same name like you and like looking exactly like you, like the same stature, the same color, everything is kind of not possible. You understand? Like the same name from the same family, and like you duplicate from the same family with the same name is very, very difficult. Even twins that are probably they came together into this world, they have different names, you understand? So it's rare for you to have someone that has the same, that bears the same name, and then has the same probably eye color, hair color, stature, and everything. Is rare, you understand? So that's the same thing. So Postgres doesn't allow you to have hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Hello. Says
Yes,
I
I
can't
can
hear
hear you.
anything. Can you hear me? Florence says she can't hear. Maybe it's her network, I don't know.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Florence, can you hear us now? She said, yeah, ask a question.
I can hear you on the phone, but I can't connect with your laptop.
Okay, use your
Like,
earpiece and
I'm
use
in
your
the
earpiece.
meeting with the laptop, but I don't hear anything.
Well, probably using your earpiece, and probably maybe you do not join with your phone microphone, or just go to your settings and go to your device.
Okay.
And go to your device. Yeah, go to settings, go to device, and probably choose your microphone.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah. So Jojomi Blewusi said, I have a question. How do I get to the query interface? Yeah, so if you're using a Windows system, if you're not speaking, please turn off your microphone. If you're using a Windows system, just search or just type PG admin. Yeah, just type PG admin. You understand? Just type PG admin 4. So you see 4. So just click on it. Yeah. So Jojo main Blewusi, is that clear? Hello, is that clear?
Yes.
Hello, sir.
After the PG admin platform, I can't find where to open where you are.
You can't. Okay, share your screen. Let me see. Share your screen.
Okay.
Let me stop sharing. Or just share your screen.
Okay. Is it showing?
Okay, can you share your screen? Yes. Okay. Yeah, you are. Hello. Yeah, I can see your screen. So just click on that database. Just click on this. No, click on that database. See, okay, don't be. The thing is, my interface might be different. Maybe it's dark. It's still the same thing. You understand? It's just color. You understand? So don't be scared.
So I put on database now.
Yes. Then click on database.
Yes.
No, click on the database. I can't really see from this end. I don't know. Maybe it's my network or something. Okay, click on your database.
It's so blurry.
Yeah, it's
That's what I'm
blurry.
doing
That's the
now.
thing. Yeah, double click on it.
Let it
Right click on it. Okay, now do create. Then go to database. Can you see database? Yeah, database. I don't know why is this thing blurry. Like I don't know. Then
I
put
think
the
this
name.
app in particular doesn't.
Maybe it's your setting or something. Then yeah. So go to save. So after a while it will create and then you can click on it. So is that a table? Are you creating a table or a database? That looks like a table.
Well,
Okay,
I
let me
can see
just
the
go.
file I created. Yeah. But it seems like you're not seeing.
Okay, this is it. Let me share my screen
I've
again and
seen
then
it.
follow through with what I'm doing.
Okay.
Or follow along with what I'm doing here. Let me share my screen. Okay, so let me go back to my PG admin. So the thing is, the interface might be different. I think it's just about settings, about the black or white. It's the same thing. As far as if you can see PG admin 4, it's the same thing. So let me even change mine to white so that people won't think I'm a wizard or something.
No, sorry. I think the black is good so that we can see the difference in the colors, like in the commands and the rest. So I think you can still maintain the black.
Okay. Oh, fine. Do you work?
Hello, sir.
do you work at a radio station, Mr. Danny? Hello. Because that voice looks like all this radio presenter voice. When I say it's fine.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Please, though, I still need your help with this laptop stuff. I've not been able to. I didn't see anything on that settings that would help or that has helped.
Are you serious? So can you see my screen? Go to settings. Where is settings?
Settings in the meeting, right?
Yeah, go to settings. Go to settings.
Yeah,
And then
can you mouse to show me?
can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Then go to settings, go to profile, go to your device, go to your camera, go to your microphone, and then your audio output. Go to your audio output.
I didn't see how you got to your settings, sorry.
But can you see the settings stuff?
No, like just close it and go back to. So how did you get to that? How did you get that settings stuff?
Just click on this and then you see the settings. Just click on this. Click on your settings and then you see just you see devices and you see your camera, microphone, and audio output. Like this is like scroll down, you see 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see 3 dots. You see 3 dots. Can you see my screen? You see 3 dots. You see 3 dots down. You see more action. You see something like a more action stuff.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, click on it. And then click on settings. Click on settings. Then you go to. So can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Yeah, go to audio output, which is your headphone. Click on default. If you're using earpiece, if you're using an earpiece, just click on audio output. Can you see the audio output?
Yes.
Yeah, click on default. Click on default.
It's on default already.
But you can't hear me.
It's on
Then
default.
go to audio output. Go to audio output. Go to audio output.
Okay.
Yeah, then click on it.
Sorry, please, I want to ask. Sorry, please, I want to ask. If she's not hearing you, how come she's actually hearing you with all these commands you're giving to her?
Okay, click on headphone. Click on your audio output.
On the microphone or the audio output? I'm in the audio output now.
Yeah, audio output. Then click on default to use headphone. Probably if you are using an earpiece.
There's no headphone. They're just default speakers.
Yeah, click on default speaker. Probably click on default speaker.
Okay.
So can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No.
Wow. Probably you just manage with your phone. No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe after the meeting, we'll just try to sort it out so that I won't waste time because this is almost 8.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. No problem. Yes.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
I've tried it. I think the stuff has installed, but now I have a problem with the create DB part.
Okay, just follow the commands there that I just wrote. Let me just walk you through. Sorry
Yeah.
for. Let me just walk you through this so that just once and for all. Apologies for those that are in the meeting. Probably just let's. The best thing is just for us to be on the same plane. I don't want to leave anybody behind. So let me just walk you through the. Can you see my WhatsApp this thing?
Yes, but it's
Can you see the WhatsApp stuff?
yeah,
But it's what?
but it's blurry.
Why? I think there's an issue with
Yeah,
this.
I think what produce screen very clearly like Google Meet.
I think it's network problem. If your network is not strong, you might not see the test well.
Mhm.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah, that is true. I think, yeah, that is true. If your network is bad, yeah, that is true. My network is not really too cool. So what you need to do, let me just copy it and paste. So can you see that in nitdb with a
Yeah,
t-/pg?
I've passed those stage. The first problem
Yeah.
I had was when I created user. I
A
did create user, then it showed password. That
password.
was the first problem. Yes, it showed me enter password for new role after I did the create user. So I just
Are you
pressed
sure?
something. But yes, but it didn't. What I was typing was not showing. But I typed it the first time, then it showed enter password again. I typed it the second time, then it just went down. Wrote some
Okay. So,
things.
but you remember? Do you remember the? Can you recollect the password you inputted?
Yes, what I imputed, I remember what I imputed. It's the password I intend using.
Okay.
So what
So now,
where I had the problem now is create DB.
so type createDB. Is this not hyphen? Yeah, hyphen capital
Uh-huh.
letter 0, capital letter O.
Oh yes.
Then your username, the username
The-
you actually created with this create user.
okay. I think that's the
Yes.
issue. Okay. So after the username, then I will now put the name of the database I intend creating, right?
No, first just do this createDB first.
Yes.
Use this createDB. Yeah. Then no, do createDB. We want to create the database now, so do createDB or your username and shop left. Yeah. Shop left. The name of the database is shop left.
Yeah. Okay.
Shop
Is
underscore
there a
left.
space? Is
Yes,
there a space?
yes. So this is just like create. Let me just type this again. Create DB, then O, capital letter O. Then your username. Let me say my username is Idowu Ilekura. And then shop left.
Okay. I've done
So
that.
this is yeah. Then for you to log in, just type
Yes.
PSQL. So it's just like PostgresSQL hyphen
Okay.
U. Then your username. So just PSQL U. Then your username Idowu Ilekura or something. And then /d and then the name of the database. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So that is all. So that is just way to log in. So what you need to just do is when next you want to create a database, you don't need to follow this because you already created a one-time username, just like you creating a username on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. So when you just want to create a database, just follow this command and then log in into it using this. So that's the thing. So
When I
from
want to
there you
create a
can
wait, please.
when you want to create a
Recap.
database, when you want to create a
Yes.
database, this is the command you are going to use, createDB. This createDB
Okay.
command, yes, that's to
Okay.
create the database. But this init DB, you don't need to do it, or PG underscore CTL or
Okay.
create user.
Okay.
This is one time, just like creating an account on Facebook. You don't need to create an
Okay.
account every time now, you understand?
Okay.
You
Yes.
understand? Yeah, but now creating DB is just like you want to create a space on Twitter, you understand? I think Twitter has
Yes.
a space where you can communicate with people. So whenever you want to create a space or create a database, just use this what's it called? This command. And then after that,
Okay.
use this to sign in. So That is all.
Okay.
Then it will sign you in, and then you can start creating your table and then complete your, what was it called, your assignment. Yeah. So any other question so that before we move on?
So okay, my question now is, so after doing this now, so I can now log in on the normal Postgres
Yeah,
application.
when you just type that command, the last command, and then it will take you into
Okay.
something. Type this command now, and then
Okay.
so it will take you to a command line. Yeah, it will take you to a command line. Just like, okay, let me even open my own command line save here. So what Tamunks, or what's the name, is giving you is like an emulator. So let me type PSQL here. So remember, it's kind of like giving you this opportunities for you to use this SQL shell too. So remember, I said there are
Okay.
different ways. But because this is my laptop and I just put localhost database, I don't want to use Postgres. I want to use shoplift. So that is just the difference. So now I just use shoplift port. Because I'm using a system, then my username Postgres, because that's my username. Remember, you're the one that created
Yeah.
your username, but this
Yes.
Postgres default one. Yeah, I can change it to something else. I can change it to my own name. Yeah. So password. So my password now for user Postgres. So I think I can still recollect. Yeah. So now I'm inside shoplift database, so I can write create table. So now you're inside. So this is like you're inside shoplift now. The same way you have
Yes.
what's it called? You have your this thing here. This is just like a GUI. So this is what is called a graphical user interface. Yeah. So this is a command line. Before Microsoft came in or something like that. When to access the computer then, probably in 1970, I was not born then, so don't think I'm one old man or something. I'm just a young person. But like maybe around 1970, 1980 or thereabout, to create or to access the computer, you need to use what is called a command line. So you are just using your keyboard to type in commands. And then remember, this thing is, if you look at this now, this thing is just blinking, like something I want to burn, something I want to explode, like a bomb that I want to explode. So this is what is called a prompt, because it's prompting you to give it a command that it needs to execute. So that's the thing. So you're already in shoplift, which is a database. So just create table. I don't want to give you guys a suppose. So let me just use create table Nigeria. I don't want to use customer. And then you can just do, let's say, name. I think name would be variable character. And then let me just say 20. And then you already created it. And then you can do select all from Nigeria. So because there's nothing, that's why it's showing like this, because you have not inputted anything. That's why it's not selecting anything. So the same thing you have here is the same thing you have with your PG admin. The same thing you have here.
Okay. So
Doing drag and
hello.
like you're working with your mouse. Yes. Can you hear
So
me?
yeah, I can hear you. So does that mean I will have to be working on this using the terminals?
Yes. Yeah,
So I won't be
you
able
have
to
to be
use
working
the
with it.
I won't be able to use um
PG admin.
the PG admin on the phone.
No. You can't use it except you're using a system.
You know, you said I should download one stuff for
What's that?
Postgres client.
No, you don't need it. Actually, except if you need if you are using, probably you have a server somewhere that hosts your database, then you can use Postgres client. But you don't need it. Just use your Tamox.
Wow.
Yes. So you can just work with that for now. But there's something else, but don't worry. Let's just work with that for now. Let me not complicate a lot of stuff. So let's continue. Any other question?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so my question is there was you opened the command prompt recently and then you entered the command create table Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay, so my question is must you create the table already on the post admin app before you can do that
No,
on the command line?
no. Like I said,
Okay.
there are two ways. Like I can decide to probably I'm not, maybe I woke up on the wrong side and maybe I just want to prove myself. I don't want to use PGAdmin. I don't want to see anything like interface. I don't want to use my mouse. I just want to behave like a ninja. You understand? Like those people that used to probably when you are watching a movie and people that act stuff that they are pressing keyboard and stuff. So there are different ways to actually interact with Postgres. You can use the command line or use PGAdmin. So with PGAdmin, it gives you like an interface. So instead of you coming to write commands, like putting a keyboard, okay, I want to create this database, I want to do this, you work with your mouse. If you look at it, this is like your PGAdmin. So you just come here, I want to create a database, just click on it with your mouse. So most of the stuff you'll be doing, apart from the query you are writing here, it will be your mouse, you'll be using your mouse. But with the command line, everything you'll be doing, you are not using any mouse, you are not working with mouse. You are only using your mouse probably to just set the cursor. But the rest, what you are doing is just writing commands with your with your keyboard, you understand? Yeah, with your keyboard. So when you have create table now, let's look at this and then let me where am I saving? Shop left. So let me create this. So let me check my schemas. Yeah, schemas. So if you look at tables, let me refresh this. Refresh. Oh, sorry. Let me commit so that let me commit something. So let me commit this. Commit on here. Select statement. So, oh, sorry. Let me drop table. Let me drop table Nigeria. I just want to show you something. Automatically, this thing ought to come to this my what's it called? My PGAdmin. Oh, you see now, the truth is I did not commit this stuff. So let me try something else. Let me create table Nigeria and then do commits. Okay. Okay, let me commit and then let me do something. So commit is, we'll still talk about commit, but let me just show you something.
Okay.
There is no transaction in commit. So now, if I refresh this, let me refresh shop left. So can you see Nigeria here?
Yeah. I can.
So, but did you create Nigeria?
No. Okay. No.
Where did you create Nigeria? We created it from where?
On the command line.
Yeah. So the truth is there are different ways to work, like two main ways to work. You can either use PGAdmin or use the command line. Yeah, that's the thing. Yes. Probably maybe if you are conversant with Postgres, then you can start using. But the truth is, everything you want to do, you can use the command line, and everything you want to do, you can use it. You can do. You can use the PGAdmin to actually work with anything you want to do. Like it's not Postgres use anymore. Nothing is superior to the other. Like PGAdmin is not superior to what's it called? To the command line. Neither is the command line PSQL superior to PGAdmin. But it's just that PGAdmin gives you like a nice interface, like a drag and drop interface whereby you don't really necessarily need to be writing code or commands and for you to work on with Postgres, you understand?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So that is the thing. So there are different ways to actually do this stuff. You can come here to do the query editor and then create table, and then you can drop Nigeria from here. So let's drop Nigeria and then do drop table. Or you can just do drop Nigeria safe. Drop table. I want to drop the table Nigeria, and then when we run this, and then let's commit it. Remember, we'll talk about commits. So talk about commit in the last class. If you're not following, just let me know. Nigeria does not exist. Exist enemy that Nigeria does not exist. Let me refresh this. So if you have any question, maybe you are not following, please just let me know. Drop table Nigeria. Sorry, I'm calling. Drop table. Nigeria. does not exist. So let me refresh this. Okay, probably there's an error or something, but at least we understand what we just did or something like that. Um, so there are different ways to actually interact with Postgres. You can use pgadmin or use your command line. So, but for those that don't have a system, you probably will be using pgadmin. You probably be using Tamox for Android. And then for those probably that use iPhone and don't have a system, probably use any of these online editors like SQL Fido. Yeah. So, but is there any other person having issues with Postgres or doesn't understand anything at this point? What does commit do? Okay, yeah, commit is kind of like to save your work. Yeah, to save it and then tell Postgres that okay, save this stuff. We'll still talk about it. That's one of the things we'll be talking about in today's meeting. Yeah, so let's go back to I'll talk about create table, alter, drop, truncate. So let's talk about create. So create is used to create a new table in the database. So create table. So you are creating something. So you want to have a table. Part of the assignment I gave you that is for assignment two, so for day 2. I said you should create a table for customer. So for this exercise or for this tutorial, we just work with creating a table for employees. Yeah, so employees of shop left. So employees create table. Oh, create. You have to put create table because there are different creates you can actually do. You can create a database in Postgres. So you have to put what do you want to do. Okay, I want to create a table. I want to create a database. So create table employees. So what are the attributes of an employee? He has name, right? An employee must have a name. Then what is for this name? Remember, we'll talk about. Have you talked about? You have not talked about what's it called? Data types. But just follow along. We'll talk about data types, but just think of data types as how you specify stuff in Postgres. So take for instance your number. How do you tell Postgres that okay, this column, the values that will be inside it are characters or numbers. So what you are putting here is like okay, you're telling Postgres that okay, this name is what is a character. Just the same way I was explaining the first day, I talked about when I showed you guys the response from those that registered, like the response from you guys when you registered for the free training. So the truth is, for your database, you don't want a number. You don't want someone to insert a number inside a name. You understand? Imagine you're asking for for someone's name, and the person is putting a number. That would be bad because you can't query it. And so you are telling Postgres that okay, this is a name, and for this name, it must be a character. And then there was an assignment. There was this thing I actually gave you guys to research the difference between a varchar and CHR. I won't be telling you guys, so that will be like an assignment. I don't want to tell you guys the assignment. It's just like a research. So just think of it as varchar is like a variable character. So for variable character, it shows that okay, let's say for instance you have variable character 45. So you can have a name that is less than 45, but you can't have a name that is more than 45. So that's the thing. So variable character is like a variable. Like the character can be less than 45. It can be 1, it can be 2, but it must not exceed 45. So you can use this, and that is one of the reasons why SQL is very good because you can enforce some rules. Like okay, for this my column, for this name column, because probably you have sampled through and you kind of figure out that your employees is maybe it's rare for you to have an employee that has a name that is up to 45, like letters 45. Although I think there's one guy in is it Benin that has one name, or is it Ovuve or something? There's one name like that. I've forgotten. It's just like a joke, but the name is very very long. You understand? So so like a name, but like 45 letters. So you can't really have, if you probably in the organization you are working, probably you're a database admin, and you know that okay, everybody working in these organizations, their name cannot be more than 45. So with that, now you know that okay, the highest you can have is 45. Someone might be just the name can just be one. Yeah, you understand, but the name cannot be more than 45. So that is just the variable character, and we'll talk about data types, or probably to be like an assignment for you guys to go and research about. So we have name. What are the attributes that an employee has? Probably department, right? Departments. Let's say departments. Departments. Department. So for department, let's say this is a variable character of length. What's it called? Let's use 20, or let's use 40 or 60. So we are telling Postgres that okay, this 60 is like okay, the total number should be 60, but it can be less than. So, and again, like the part of the assignment, I asked a question on the difference between a var and a car, like character, just CHAR. So what's the difference? So that will be an assignment for you guys. So I don't want to tell you guys because the main aim is for you to do research, and I don't want to tell you the answer because I did not tell Florence the answer. She had to do the research. So let's continue. Okay, so for the table, what do you think an employee in an organization, apart from name, department, what again? Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, we're here.
Yeah, so can you give me columns name for an employee? Okay, yeah, ID, right? Yeah, sure. We did not talk about ID. Yeah, so let's say ID. Yes, let's put ID here. ID should be what? So let's say ID is integers. We'll talk about data types. So, yeah. So this is just like to give you an overview of create and stuff. So look at it. You create your table name, your column name, and data types. So the format is create table. What's the name of the table? And then in parentheses, you put your column name and data types with a comma if you have more than one. So the ID is integer. What's again for an employee? Hello. Okay, let's just leave it at this to make it short. So
salary.
This one, age. Okay, age will be an integer, right? Okay, let me just make this even bold. So yeah, so age will be integer. Yeah.
Maybe salary.
Oh yeah, this man likes salary, so let's put salary. So salary will be integer. Yeah. So yeah, so you have created a table and then hello?
Yeah, I noticed that it's in front of this
command correct. Is this command correct?
Not sure it is.
Why?
Does not have a bracket.
Which one?
Which one does have it does not have a V. Second one has.
No, it has a V. It has a V. Okay, the bracket, right?
Yeah, yes. There's not supposed to be bracket in that department, that batcher.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
There's not supposed to be that bracket.
It is correct. It is correct. It is correct.
But the first one didn't have the brackets.
So which one is correct? This one or this?
Maybe the second one, I think.
Who would like to obey the cat, or is it better
the cat? Name is correct.
Department is wrong.
Yes, department is wrong.
The name is correct, but the department, I don't know if it looks correct.
Why is it wrong?
Yeah, the department one. There is two bracket after the 60.
Yeah, it's the same stuff now.
yeah, correct. So yeah, so I think people will soon start tutoring. Yeah, correct. Like you guys are trying. Yeah, it's great. So what's wrong with this? Okay. Yeah. So what you just need to do is your name. Like if you look at this, it says your create table, your table name, your column name, and data types. So I want someone to. So now when you run this, so query ran successfully. So if there's no error to tell you, and then we have committed it, and then so I want someone to share that screen, and probably I will call on anyone, someone that has a system. If you have a system, okay, your email address, probably we'll do that later on. So who is here? If you have a system, I don't know what you say. They have a system, and there's no way I can.
My phone.
Florence said our network is sorry, our system is bad. She can't hear us. So who again who can hear us and has a system that can walk us through creating a table? Everyone wants to force it and not get system. But if I say I'll give the person 5,000, what do I tell you? Hello, who has PG?
I'll try.
Okay, yeah, so share your screen, and create a table for products. Yeah, because we are working with shop left, so the product that we have on our carts or the product that we have in store. So create a table for it and commit it. So share your screen.
Sorry though, I have a little issue. So I ran the command, but I didn't notice the table reflecting in my database. The database
Did
I
you
was
commit
using.
it?
So
Did you commit?
I didn't commit, but it threw an error on the syntax for the commit when I put a semicolon in the end. So maybe just display your syntax again. Let me see.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Affirmative.
Yeah, sure. So create it. When you create it, we have to end with a semicolon. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Hello?
See.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can everybody see my screen? If you can't see my screen, let me know. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So
I can
at every
see your screen.
yeah, okay. So every command that you write, you understand? When you write any command in with Postgres, you have to end with a semicolon. Yeah, I think this is a semicolon, right? Yeah. So it's a semicolon. And then any command you run, you have to put a semicolon.
Okay.
If you're not speaking, please, or you're not asking a question, just turn off your microphone. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
So you have to run this.
Good evening.
Yes. Yeah. Good
Good
evening.
evening. Sorry. I just have a question. I was a little bit distracted. I was saying something.
Please, I can't see your screen.
I'm back. I'm back now, but on this place, it said to run any command. Please, I don't know. Please, can you start from the beginning? From on this part, please. I'm not following at all.
Creatable. Is it creatable?
How to create a table? How to run a command? Yeah, creating table, running a command.
Okay, so yeah, so someone will walk us through that and then explain. So there was someone that wanted to try, right? Someone wanted to try. So someone wanted to try to walk us through. I don't know. Cause this GC that we're using, I can't see people's name. That's the thing, and it's hard for me to call people's name. Any I shall manage. So if you want to, let me say, if you are bold enough and you want to be the tutor, in Lagos, they used to have one day governor or something. So if you want to be the tutor for maybe a second or a minute, so who want to be the tutor?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah.
So please, I think if you want to speak, just raise up your hand so that you won't be having conflicting stuff.
Hello.
Yeah, Gray would like to speak.
I don't want to be
Gray,
the tutor.
I can display my screen on the system.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think that
So
will also
great,
help.
yeah.
That will also help me.
Is great, Daniel?
No, no, no.
Oh, wow. Wow. Your voice sounds like Daniel voice or something. We can continue, sir. Yeah. So great. Oh, great. So just share your screen.
Sorry, you all can see my screen, right?
Yes, you can see your screen. Oh, sorry. Why is my screen still on? Let me. Oh, sorry. Let me cancel this. Cancel. Okay.
I can't see this screen. No.
You
Hello,
can't
can
see
you
my
hear
screen.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can't see my screen. I'm currently sharing my screen. Can't you see my screen?
Like, is
Sorry, can
it?
anybody see my screen?
Let me again.
Let me go to the Postgres. Can anybody see my screen?
Yes, we can see it. We
Yeah.
can see it.
Okay. Okay, so well, um I didn't really go through the
Hello,
command.
can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Can I proceed, please?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can proceed.
Okay, so I didn't really worry about the command prompt side because the syntax is already there and I didn't really need it right now. I didn't go through the CMD, like I didn't go through command prompt to create
Yeah,
my
sure. No,
yeah.
no.
So first when I came here, shop left was not here, so I just quickly came here and right clicked and created a database. So that's how to create your database. Then while I found out that there was one guy that complained that the GUI wasn't like the way yours was, and I discovered that we didn't have this query editor and stuff. So I came to, I think is either this or this. I came to one of this and clicked something here, and then the query editor came out. So I actually imputed the code, which is to create. So sorry, just to say something. I had a little like why I was complaining because I tried to create a table and I didn't see it under shop left when I came to create tables and I refreshed. So that was the issue I was having. But I knew that when I had a small knowledge of SQL, I need to write like use the name of the database. So but I don't know how Postgres works. So maybe you can guide me through that part before imputing the syntax for creating the table. Oh wait,
Yeah, you
sorry.
just
Oh,
click
okay,
on
I
it.
can see it now. Oh, I can see it now.
Yeah,
I think it's
when
maybe
you create
network.
it, and yes, when you create it, and then you just what's it called, refresh, and then to refresh,
Oh,
just refresh. Yeah.
okay, I did that. So okay, so on this. Okay, so sorry, I want to ask now. So like, let's say I have like 5 databases. How is it going to know the exact one that I want to deal with? Do I have to come and highlight, like, click on the database itself
Yeah.
for it to
Click
know
on the
the?
database. Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay. So let me not create anything here. Let me just create a new database for the sake of let me just say students and I click save. and the students database is here. So let me just input the syntax, create table, class. Sorry, what did you say? Sorry.
It's okay. Continue, please.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so do I need to sorry, do I need sorry, because this SQL syntax can be create table class, then I just input the values. Do I need to type values, or I just input the values? Hello.
Do something like product ID.
What?
Hello, can you come again?
Oh,
Product ID.
um
Something like that.
Okay, create table. Yeah, just put your ID, the name of the column, and then
okay.
what is the type of that column? Like, is it an integer or a variable? Don't worry. For now, just walk through this stuff. We'll still talk about data types. But this is just to walk you through the various commands in Postgres.
Okay.
Yeah.
So name varchar, let's just make it 40, and okay, so these are
Hello, your screen is very blurry. I can't see what you're typing.
oh, sorry about that. I just typed create table classes bracket or parenthesis, anyone but this, the one that like a circle, ID, integer, comma, name, varchar, round brackets, 40, comma, then let me just put in any other thing like section, then let me just paste the same thing in here. So I'm done, and I put my semicolon, then I come to the next line and I type commit semicolon, and then I highlight it and run. So I have a syntax error here, so let me, I don't know why. Oh, I'm supposed to put another round bracket. Sorry, I was supposed to put another round bracket to close the original starting bracket. So I highlight everything again and run. So it said query returned successfully in about how many seconds? So I refresh and I come under schemas here, and in the LOV, in the list of values, I see tables and I click on tables. So sorry, it's going to take a while before it shows. I don't know why mine acts that way, but we're supposed to see it. So I think if we want to see it, we should do select or from the name of the table, and then I highlight the command and run, and then I see, as in I can see in the data output, the ID and the type, the name of the columns and the types. So I guess that's all. Is there anybody that wants to ask any question? So in
So
case,
anyone with a
sorry.
question, I think Florence.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello.
Florence wants to say
Okay,
something.
let me
So Florence.
hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please speak.
Okay, so in the previous example, when we use the virtual text, we added a bracket. You know, I think we added a bracket before typing virtual itself. But I see that from what you've done, the bracket was not there.
Hello, what's the question? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I said that in the one you did for us before, we added
Yes.
a bracket just before inputting the voucher. Yeah, the place where you are the cursor is right now.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That was why I asked the question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so what
So
you just need to
whenever
do
we are
is,
using the voucher, we just use it like that.
yeah, just put your name, then write your voucher, then put, like, the normal syntax is voucher into a kind of like a parenthesis, n. So the n is like the number.
Okay.
The length of your characters.
Characters. Okay.
Yeah, yes, the length of.
Okay. All right.
So
Please,
sorry.
my own is showing syntax error.
Okay, let me stop displaying so that we can display your screen. But just before I go, I want to say something again. So maybe on your own system you may see that I typed many commands here, but if I highlight the command, then it will run only that command. So in case you're not highlighting the command, if you run everything, it might throw you an error because it's going to run this command and still run this one again. So if you want to run specific commands, you just need to highlight them and then click on the run button. So, but let me stop sharing now so that another person can show his problem. So that's, thank you. Also, Ido, I think I'm done, right?
Can you see my screen? Hello, somebody.
We can hear you. Sorry, can you copy out? Okay, the problem is that you're not giving your other column names an attribute like a value attribute. So you just wrote employee, you wrote ID. Even after your employee, there's no comma. Your ID name. So each of the name of your column has to have like a variable attribute. So you have to say, is it going to be numbers? Is it going to be letters or whatever? That's why we had integer and we had that varchar. So let me copy my syntax from my own code and paste it so that you can see the way it is. So check
Okay.
the
So I have to put the employee ID. I have to put whether it's number or it's supposed to be into word.
yes, good. So like that employee ID that you wrote, beside it you just keep a space, then you write integer in full. Then you go to name.
Before the
Yes,
comma,
then
right?
yes, you're good. Then go to
Then
name. Yeah,
okay,
then
space, and
you
then
can
what?
type varchar, varchar.
Voucher like this.
Yeah, then into no, like you have to give it a length. That varchar just beside the varchar, put a bracket and then put the length of the name, that like the length of what you want.
Please,
Let's
great.
just say 30.
Yeah.
Excuse
Then level.
me. What's the
Do the
name of
rest.
the?
Florence, please. Okay. Florence, sorry, please can you type out your question because I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm asking the screen that is sharing. I can't see the name of his table. What's the
Oh,
name?
you can create any table, like you can give your table any name.
The table that he's creating right now, there's no name. Like he didn't write any name. You just saw creatable and a
Oh,
bracket.
okay, that's true. Okay, that's true. Yeah. So
Then
Jita, you have to give your table a name.
So
Yes, type the name there.
yeah, any
Yeah.
name I want.
after
Yes.
creative,
All right. Did I put space?
Yes, if you want. Yes, you should. Yes.
Then
Go to the end. Go to the end of your code. Go to the end of your code. I want to see it.
voucher, healthy, level, voucher,
Hold is spending my eyes.
Sorry.
quick.
Then my second question,
Then
okay, the first one wasn't kind of a question. When I did mine, I didn't use commit, but I was able to do every other thing, like it was saving. So I don't know if commit is actually necessary to save it in a database.
Oh well, I don't know if commit is actually really necessary too, because I ran my own too without commit, and then it was successful. But I couldn't see it until I had to have commit before I could see it in my database. So I guess that's
I
the
thought
implication. I'm not too sure.
that's what I'm asking.
You what?
And I saw mine without commit. I didn't even use commit at all. So even when I was doing my research yesterday, like searching Google and YouTube, I didn't see anywhere that they actually made use of commit.
Well, me too. This is the first time I'm seeing commit in SQL. Normally I see
hello,
commit in GitHub.
hello,
Yeah,
hello.
we
Where
can
we
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
After they say I have an error near create. So on the create table, is there a mistake there? What about is there something I was supposed to do there?
Please copy your code and paste it on the chat box so that we can help you. We can look at it better because it's actually straining eyes. Just copy the whole code and paste it on the chat side in our class.
I'm not using my system. I'm actually using my phone for the meeting. So I'm working on my system separately.
Okay, just steady your phone a bit. Steady your phone a
Okay.
bit.
study it so that we can
Okay.
see.
Keep your phone steady a bit.
Yeah, steady now. See the
It's still
code.
Okay, go to the end of your code.
Hello, can you
Did you
guys
put?
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
No. Okay, yeah. So, thank you, Gray. So let me just work. What's your name, please? The fellow GC, GC or something.
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel. Oh, okay. So, let me just walk you through this stuff. So the thing is, the first thing you need to understand is don't cram the code. Don't be concerned about the code. The thing is, first of all, what you need to do is when you are creating a table, these are the syntax you need to follow. Create table. Yeah, I think it's clear now. Just leave it like this. Create table. So when you do create table, because normally you can create database. So when you want to create a table, you just create table. And then which kind of table do you want to create? What's the name of this table? Because the name is what
Fine.
SQL we use to recognize you. So you can do create table. Sorry, you can do create table shop left, which is the name of your table. You understand? Then the values you are seeing inside those parentheses, like let's say brackets, because I think in Africa we call this in brackets, but normally it's parentheses or something. So let's say brackets are your column names. Remember, when you are creating a table, you need to have columns, right? Hello, can someone hear me? I don't know, maybe.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so the thing is, when you are creating your database, or when you are creating your table, you need to create your table and then specify your column. So look at your columns. The columns are what is inside your parentheses. And then, like what Grace said, when you put your name, what's the name of your column? Probably you want to have like 4 columns. And for these 4 columns, you want to have employee ID. You want to have name. So for this employee ID, how will Postgres know that, okay, this employee ID is number that is inside? You are going to specify, instead of writing number, you use what is called integers. So it's kind of like default data type for any programming language. I think JavaScript, Python, Go, any programming language uses integer for number. You understand? So yeah, you can use small integers, you can use big integers, you can use a lot of stuff. Hello. So your name now is like, okay, what
Yeah,
is
I'm
this name?
following.
Your name is what? Your name is what? A var character. It's kind of like a type of this stuff. So that is the thing. So just look at it as your column name, and then these are kind of like the types of what will be stored inside this column. You understand? So that Postgres will know, or SQL will know that okay, this is what is stored inside this column and stuff like that. So is it clear? Is it clear? Is it
Yes,
clear?
it's clear now, but it's not running.
Why is it not? Go to probably highlight it and then click on run up. Click on the run icon. Let me just can you see my screen? Okay, don't worry. Just go to the can you see the run something like is it triangle? Yeah, a triangle, but it's
Yes,
kind of like a triangle that is facing
triangle to the right. This one.
yeah, run, yes.
This one, right?
Yes. Click on run.
I've done that.
What is it?
It showed syntax error.
What is it saying?
Syntax error. Say error at or near parentheses.
So committable check.
And a semicolon at the end of your code. Semicolon at the
Hello.
semicolon.
Hello.
Semicolon.
Hello.
Okay, can you paste
Hello.
what? Okay.
I think it will be better if you copy the select
Is it
function
colon or
points on
semicolon?
another line.
Colon.
No, integer is not 9. Integer, you
Is it
don't need to
colon or
do it.
semicolon?
No, there's a mistake.
Okay, no.
Just put your salary integer. You understand? Remove the 9. Remove the 9. You don't need to specify the 9. See, when you specify all this stuff is when you're working with a character, and like you want to specify the length of your character.
Okay.
So run it again and see. What did you say?
Oh, successful.
Yeah.
Successful.
So that is welcome to programming. Yes, and so I want you to do this again. I want you to do this again. Clear it off. Clear it and create again. Yeah.
I should clear everything.
Clear everything. Yeah, clear everything. Don't be scared. Yeah, now recreate it.
Okay.
Recreate your recreate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's create table. This time shop left.
No, use another name because you already have shop left. I don't want just use another name because you already created the table.
Shop right. This time shop right.
Okay.
Then ID employee. Okay, customer.
Okay.
So integer. Comma. Then next thing. Items. Voucher.
Okay.
Okay.
Voucher. What will be the length of your voucher? No. You are right. Let's
Yeah, you say the length should be what?
Yeah, what will be the length
Should
of
be
what will
more.
be your length? The length, your length should be n, right? What will be the length? You remember when you write your voucher?
28.
Yeah. So now try to then what other column will you use?
Maybe date. Integer.
Yes, Google Meet is better. I think Florence is
That's
saying
all.
Google Meet. But the thing is we can't record with Google Meet. That's the thing. Yeah, then try to put your semicolon. Yeah. After it, and then you can leave commit. I think it's kind of optional for you to use commit, but just use it like it's kind of like just leave it like that. At least it's better because it's better you commit your code so run it. Is it successful? What's the error?
The mistake here.
Okay. Yeah. So run it. Yeah. Successful, right?
Successful.
Yeah. So So Florence said congratulations.
So where can I find this? Where can I find this table I created now?
Okay, so Greg, walk him through where we find it. Or Greg. Hello, Greg. Or am I speaking? Hello, is it Greg or Greg? Is it Greg or Greg? It's Greg here.
It
Greg.
will just come at select off from the name
Yeah.
of the table.
Yeah, sure. Just go to your schema, or go to your schema and then go to your schema and go to your table. I think Gray is no longer on the call. Oh, no problem.
Network is bad.
So if I open my schema, what next?
Go to schema, then go to table.
Okay, table.
Yeah.
It's not clicking now.
Can you click on table? Okay, refresh.
Yes, it's not clicking.
Refresh. Just click on
refresh.
Click on your database.
Okay.
And then click on refresh.
Okay, they're here. Sharp left and sharp right.
Yeah, sure. So I think we can move on. Yeah, so it's almost 9, and so that is just everything about creating. And then probably if you create another table like shop right again, Postgres will throw an error. Can you hear me? So
Yeah.
let me share my screen. Can you stop sharing, Mr. Daniel? Let me. Yeah, so yeah, so can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, so let me just open my Postgres. So take for instance, now we have already created what's it called, a table, right? So if you create this table again, if you want to create this table again, Postgres will throw an error. All right, because you have already created a table. Your table must have distinct names. You understand? Hello, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yes,
Is it clear? Is it clear?
very clear.
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah. Okay. So now when I yeah, so when I create this table again, now you see that it's showing an error because it says relation employees already exist. Okay, it's telling you that okay, this table already exists. So there's something you could do. If you don't want an error like this, you could do create table if not exists. So if you create table if it doesn't exist. So can you see now? It says notice relation employees already exist. Skipping. One, there is no transaction in progress. So because this table exists and because you already put this constraint, it will skip it automatically. Are you following? Are you following? Hello.
Yes, you're following. You're following.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Sure. Probably we might likely have another class tomorrow. We'll probably have another class tomorrow just to cover everything we want to cover.
I don't know now.
Hello? So and again there's something about
things already.
Hello, you're already speaking. You're in a meeting, Mr. Daniel. Who is that? Let me just mute him. If you're not speaking, just turn off your microphone.
I've muted myself.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. So there's something you could also do again. Let me just come to it. If you want to comment out some stuff, like you don't want it to run, just do this. And I think you can do something again back like this. Okay, if you want to comment out the code, like you don't want it to run, you could just click on control, like highlight it, highlight your code. Can you see my screen? Highlight your code, and then press control and the backward slash. Yeah, backward slash. So you have kind of like comment. That is kind of like commenting. So you can use it to write something like, okay, let me say this is I created a table. I created a table, and then so when you do I created a table, you could just do something like this. So with this, I can comment so that people can read your code and understand. Okay, this is what this person is saying, and then when you comment out, you are telling the engine that you don't want it to run. You understand? Are we following? Are we following?
Yes, we are. We are.
Yeah. So, any question?
Hello.
Yes.
Can you mention what
Yeah,
you just said again? You said control and what? What key is that?
Control. When you highlight it, press control and be backward slash.
Okay. Backward slash. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Sorry, I'm coming. Let me just do something. Sorry, I'm coming. Just hold on. Okay. So, if you want to uncomment, can you see my screen?
No.
Can you see my screen? So, if you want to uncomment,
No.
Okay, no problem. But can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Yeah, we can. No,
Yeah,
but
sure.
we can see the PG admin.
Okay. Yeah. So let me go to the PG admin. Go to the PG admin interface. Okay. So if you want to comment it out, like you want to get back the code, just do Control K. No. Oh, sorry. Let me do something. So if you want to comment it, I'll just let's say something. I don't want this thing to run because we just highlight it and do Control slash. That is your backward slash. I tried doing Control K and it's not working. So let me do something. Oh, this thing is not working. Oh, Control Shift K. Okay. So most times you still probably be browsing the internet for some stuff like this. Just like I did. Yeah. So if you want to uncomment this, you could just do Control. I think Shift K. Shift Control K. This thing didn't work. Okay. Probably I will try to sort this out and then. But if you want to comment, you just use Control and your slash. Or is it Control slash and this? Okay, yeah. So if you want to comment, like you want this thing not to run, do Control slash. And if you want to uncomment, just do Control Shift and slash back. Can you see? Control slash, we comment out, and then comment is just like you probably want to explain your code, or you don't want a particular part of a code to run, so you comment it out. Just the same way you comment something. You understand? Like explaining when you go to Facebook, maybe you saw something very beautiful, you just comment. Some people just see, for those in Nigeria, sometimes they just see Buhari and they start lambasting you. So just commenting, yeah, like expressing your opinion or something like that, or your views. Yeah. So if you want to comment, you just press Ctrl Shift slash. Yeah, so let's move on to drop. This is after 9, probably by 9:30 we Hello, can you hear me? If you are not speaking, please, can you mute yourself?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah. So, let's say you want to drop this table. Let's say you want to drop table. Let's drop table Nigeria. Drop table Nigeria. Let's see. See, table Nigeria doesn't exist. So, oh, sorry. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I think
Remember,
I think
I
you
think.
remove the com-
Hello, can you hear me? So,
Yes, we can hear you.
yeah, you remember, this is not a table. This is a database. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Hello. You continue, we can hear you.
So, remember, hey, who is this? Let me. Wait, who is speaking? I don't. Who is Gabriel Uju? Who is speaking? Who is speaking? Who is the person that is playing music? Okay, I'm trying to look for the person. Okay, I think this is this
The
person.
OT guy.
Okay, yeah. Fellow gist they have meeting. Okay, yeah. So where's my screen? So let me share this. Okay, yeah. So remember when I was trying to drop the table, because it's a database, you can't drop. So when you want to drop a table, maybe you're no longer interested in a table. Remember where are we? We're inside shop left, right? That's where we wrote our query. Remember, we have a table. Let's say we have a table. Can you see my screen? We have a table. Yeah, we have a table Nigeria. So now let's write a query and then let's run this. Query 2. Then if you want to drop a table, maybe you're no longer interested, or maybe by mistake someone added a table here. So what are you going to do? Let's say drop table. Drop what? Table Nigeria. And then write comment. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, so can you see this? Now let's refresh. So can you see now that we don't have, let me make this bold. So can you see now that we don't have Nigeria again? Hello?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Yeah, can you see that we don't have Nigeria again? So those are ways you can actually drop your table. So now again, maybe you drop a table before you remember we have already dropped this table. Now if you come here and say drop table Nigeria, if you throw an error, say if you do drop table Nigeria, if you throw an error because say stable Nigeria does not exist. So what can you do? You can now do what? Drop table if exists, right? So there's a command. Remember, we talk about if exists, right? Drop this table. So it says table Nigeria does not exist. It's skipping. So there's no transaction in progress. Commit. Query returns successful in 4 milliseconds or microseconds. So those are the commands. Drop. Then you could do what is called alter table. When you alter your table, so alter table. Alter exists to alter the structure of your database. Take for instance, who is this person that is speaking? Hello. Hello, who is speaking? I don't know. Okay. So altering table. Alter exists to alter the structure of a database. This change could be either to modify the characteristics of an existing attribute or probably to add a new attribute. So alter table name, then you could add a column. So you could add a column. Probably you already created your table, or you have created your table, but probably maybe the columns you added are not really sufficient. So what can you do? You want to add to it. Do you want, there are two options. It's either you recreate the table or you alter the table, like alter the structure. So when you alter something, you kind of like change the nature of something. Like if you alter the nature of a plantain, you turn it to maybe a plantain chip, right? You understand? So you have altered it. You can't call a plantain chip a plantain. You have to probably add the chip or the chips or something like that. So that is the thing about altering. So you are changing the nature of something to something else. So that is altering. Yeah. So when you do something like, so now if you want to alter a table, so we have customers. Remember, we have a column for customers. So what can we add? Remember, these are customer. These are the columns of our customers. So we have the name. We just have name for customers. So what can we do? We can now do alter table. Alter table what? Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can
So
hear you.
yeah, so you can do alter table customer. Then what do you want to do? You can add a column. You understand? So just do okay, alter table customer. Then when you alter the table, add what? What do you want to add? Let's say you want to add the location of the customer. So that is the column name, and then the column definition, add location. So you can do let's run this and see if it will work. Child 45. So now let's run this and see. The relation customer does not exist. Okay, this customer, sorry. So customers. Now let's run this. So alter table, query return successful in 50 milliseconds. So now let's refresh this. Let's refresh this. Let's refresh shop left. So when you refresh it, can you see now that we have more than one, like we have location, and this is the location we added. You understand? Can you see? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can. We see.
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's Gray? What happened? Is this network?
Hello.
Yes.
So I'm like, can we just go to the command line for the table, for the customer table itself, and then just add the location instead of using alter table? Is it possible?
Go to the command line and do what?
No, like when we created the table for customers, we inserted name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we now go back to that page on the query editor and then include location?
If you do that, then that means you are creating another table with that name. Postgres will not allow you, except you
Oh,
drop the table and recreate it.
oh. So we
Yes.
just have to alter.
Because if you are creating that table now with that column,
Yeah.
Postgres will want to create another table, but it can't create two tables with the same name in the same database. It must be different. It must be distinct. That's the thing.
Okay.
Because it's actually the table name that Postgres uses to run any analysis or any operation. So if the table is the same calling, so
Okay.
that's why there's a constraint or a rule that you can't have two tables with the same name. So if you go back and probably go back to the query editor and then edit, you are creating another table in Postgres. So Postgres is not seeing it as one table or one query because you run your query the same way. Once you run your query, Postgres has already run the query and kind of like put it in memory. So when you run on that one, it's different. That's the thing. So the best way is to probably alter. So there are different things you could do to alter. Let me. Yeah, to alter. You could alter table name, modify the column. You understand? You can probably modify and then probably change the maybe the column name and change the type, like what's this thing holding. You can change name to number. You can change name to maybe if it was probably VAR 20, you could change it to maybe car, which is kind of like fixed. So are we following? So you could probably do something like this. Yeah, so you could probably do something like alter table customers, and then do something like modify. Remember, you are modifying when you modify something like it's the same thing, but you're kind of like modifying it. Yeah, just changing the nature of something. So when you modify, so let's say for example we have name, and you want to change it to an integer. We'll see change this in Backsha. So let's change it to an integer. So you can highlight this and run it. So when you run this,
Okay.
alter table customers modify. Oh, sorry. Let me just modify. Yeah. Sorry. Coming modify name, but there's an error. Add on name modify employee. Okay, let me do something. Oh, is there an issue? Okay. Okay. Just hold on. Let me do something. Let me do modify name to voucher. Okay. Syntax error on here. Modify. Okay. This one I changed. Okay. Probably I will look into this and get back to everyone in the group. So but this is just about altering and modifying. Yeah. So let's move on to the next. Okay, alter, then this truncate. So truncate is used to delete all the rows from the table and free the space containing the table. Can you hear me? Is it low? Is my voice low?
It's okay. It's
No,
okay.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so truncate is just is the okay. So truncate is to delete all the rows from a table. So we end the class by 9:30. Apologies for taking more than the normal time. Let me see if we're still recording. Okay, we are still recording. So people are leaving. What's that? Okay. Yeah. So truncate is used to delete all the rows from a table and free the space containing the table. Yeah. So and so now let's truncate name, truncate table. Yeah, customers, and the thing is in SQL is not really case sensitive, so you could write truncate in lower letter, it will still work, but most times it's good you write your commands, especially commands like create, for readability, like so that you could read, and probably when you share it with someone can understand. It's better your commands are in capital letter. Your column name might be in lowercase. That is why if you look at this, when Postgres is writing this is like lower letter. But when you remember when we created the table, it was customers. But now it's just like small letter. So now let's run this. So truncate table, automatically it run. And then let's Let's what's it called? Refresh and see what will happen. So it deletes all the rows from the table, but because we don't have anything, we have not inserted anything. That is why our table is still there. But normally, if we had added something, it would just delete all the records in that table and make the table empty. So maybe you made a mistake and you already inserted some stuff and you want to remove all the rows. What are you going to do? Just write truncate. Remember, when you talk about truncate, when you truncate something, it's like you kind of like removing some stuff from it. Like when you truncate something, maybe something that was going and then you truncate it, you probably change the direction of that thing. So it's just like removing all the details from that database. Yeah. So I think tomorrow we'll start with data manipulation language. Normally we ought not to have a class tomorrow, but because there was no class yesterday, we'll have a class tomorrow. So at this junction, thank you very much. If you have any question, just let me know before we call it a day. Tomorrow is Sunday. For Christians, some of them might want to go to church, some might want to iron their clothes or something. So we'll continue tomorrow in the evening, same time, 7. But Sunday is not part of our training day, but because we're not able to have a class yesterday, so and because we have a lot of things to cover, so we just have it tomorrow. Yeah, is it okay? Is it fine? Are we okay by that? Someone is. I can use my laptop now. Okay, you can hear us. Okay, how can I change my interface theme or color to black? Okay, I think that should be in settings. Just hold on. File. I think preferences. Yeah, go to your preference. Then go to your themes. Hello, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, can you see my screen? So can you see where I went to?
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
Preference, wait. Is it under object or file?
Go to file, preferences. Go to file, preferences.
Okay.
Then go to themes.
Yes.
And then you go to your theme, which is dark or standard or any other thing. And then you save.
Okay.
I know developers most time they like dark screen so that they can show that they wait, I'm just joking. So please do your assignment, and also the medium stuff. I'll be expecting your article. Probably just about writing about Postgres. The truth is, there's no article that is bad. So, like I said, if you read the frequently asked question, I talk about a medium article and you documenting what you did per week. This is the end of the first week. So, I would like everyone to write. It's optional, but at the same time, I'll be glad if you probably write about it. Maybe at least on Tuesday, you should be ready. So just write about it. You can write about your experience. You can write about what SQL is, probably, and maybe write about the assignment. Use the assignment as probably a question and walk people through the assignment you have done. Maybe question 1 or question 2. It's fine. Just write it. Share it with people. You don't necessarily need to know how to write in English like that. The main thing is just write. Like, how do you become a better driver? Is by driving. Most times when you see a driver or when you watch a movie and you see how they drive, it's because these people have actually trained for a while. So the best way to be a driver is not by watching someone. Yeah, I will not drop it in the group because WhatsApp has some restrictions. So I will send it to the Google Drive link. You check, I think that will be in day 3. Yeah, so you just check it under day 3. You see the slide in day 3. So please do your assignments. I will comment what's her name? Florence. For like at least she did not know about this stuff. She's just like everyone. She did not know this thing about Postgres, and she went online to research about it. And honestly, she was able to do like her answer was perfect. Like why actually, yes, it may be kind of difficult for you guys now, but over time you kind of appreciate this thing. I think last year I was part of a training, and honestly, every week we had to learn something new. And throughout do we have assignments for today? People have not done assignment too. I don't know. But so Florence, if there's no assignment, let me say there won't be assignment today. So
The assignment.
eh?
Assignment. The medium article is an assignment.
Eh? Okay, yeah. So the video article will be an assignment. So Florence just use that to write your medium article. Yeah, sure. So for others, please try to do assignment. Guys, now the form handle. If not, for those that you understand PG. If you don't understand PG, let me speak it. Like anyhow, but guys, yes.
Daniel, catch yourself.
Danny, I haven't told Danny and what's his name? Gilbert. Like they were very eager in the last thing, but is it that the assignment is hard? Okay. Before we round up, like if you have any suggestion about the training, I will still drop a what's it called? A Google form for us to fill. But like how do you want the training to go? Like, is it okay? Is it fine? Like, do you want more assignments? Do you want more difficult assignments or what? Or how do you want the training to be? Or what were your expectations? And like, are you seeing your expectation coming to reality with this training? Hello, you are free to speak.
Hello.
Yeah.
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 For me, I think with the time is 2 hours, and so I will encourage individuals to be on time and also to be well prepared so that when we start, we wouldn't be going to go and check up on this one and go and check up on someone network and maybe the settings and other stuff. If we can work on that so that we can make maximum use of the 2 hours, because some of us we plan ahead and we can't just leave the class because it is 2 hours and then we have to go and do other stuff. It will affect us, so that's why we have to remain in the class for the whole class to cool before we move. So I'm encouraging everyone to just work, do the assignment or their homework before we join the meeting so that we can have effective one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine. Yeah, fine. Thank you. So any other suggestion or?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, I feel that we should just keep going with the training for that day. If anybody has any question or anybody is lagging behind, the person should actually write down the question or write down the problem that the person has, so that at the end of the at the end of the lecture for that day, you can ask the question and try to solve the person's problem instead of going back and forth, back and forth. With the whole back and forth thing, the time is going and the time is extending.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Any other question or any other suggestion?
Yes. Someone just said that I think your story that we should go back to Google Meet. I think I agree. This particular interface, I don't know, it's just not as it's not just as good as Google Meet.
Yes,
Even the screens on Google Meet, we hardly have blood screens on Google Meet.
The truth is, GC kinds of reduces if your network is poor, it's just some manipulation. Like probably hello. If you're not speaking, please turn off your microphone. Okay, so GC kinds of if your network is poor, GC will kind of reduce the quality. And Google Meet, we can't record with Google Meet. Google Meet, you can't record. You have to probably use a screen recorder. And most times, like I do forget, but with this one, I know that okay, I have to record because there's a recording option. Except I want to record my screen, and I tried it, but I was not really too okay with recording the screen with Google Meet. But probably we'll still go back to that. I don't know. But with this now, we can record, and I'm still recording. There is almost 3 hours. And again, I can record and probably upload to YouTube. But with the normal Google Meet, I can't record except to pay for it. That's the thing, and we are using a free version. Yeah, that's the thing. But over time, I believe we can get used to it with the GC, so that at least we can record. And then, but let's see how tomorrow goes. If it's still bad, then we'll probably move on to Google Meet next week. Yeah, apologies, but let's just so that at least because people have been asking about recording, and that's an issue we have been having. So someone wants to speak. Who is the person? Yeah, a fellow GTC something. Hello. Someone wants to speak. Who is the person? Can you speak? Can you turn on?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, for those of us that writing isn't really our strong. So I'm saying for those of us that writing isn't really our strong suit, like, do you have any recommendation? Maybe softwares or these softwares that we can use to help with our grammar and other things.
Yeah, sure. You can use Grammarly. Grammarly is a free tool. You can install the keyboard extension.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? I will share the details on the group. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I will share
Yes, I heard you. Thank
I
you.
will share probably Grammarly and how to write and stuff, and probably share some articles with you on how to structure your articles and stuff. So thank you very much. I will share the recording on the YouTube channel. So I think I shared the link in the group, right? So thank you very much. Bye. Bye. Yeah. So thank you very much.